This is a tutorial on how to set up the throttle channel easily for Nitro helicopter on Rotorflight 2.3. So we assume that you have the connection between the transmitter and the flybarless system. And now we go to the model page. You can go to the curves page, create a new curve. Let's say curve 1. Name it throttle. And 3 point is enough. For the lowest point, make sure this is around negative 70%. Go back, go to the mixes page, create a new channel. Channel 6 is throttle. Name is throttle. And the source will be your throttle hold switch. So for me, it's SD. At this position is throttle hold, middle is auto rotation, and up position is throttle on. So select SD and go to use custom curve and make sure to select the negative throttle one. So negative throttle instead of positive throttle. And we can double check the upright position. So throttle hold is the negative 70. And then 0, and then 100%. One more thing, we need to create a throttle cut switch. So we can insert after, and you can name it a throttle cut. And the source, we need to select minimum. So in this icon, select the minimum. And go to the advanced menu, and in multiplex, select replace. And then finally, make sure the switch is your throttle cut switch. So for me, it's this momentary button forward, so which means it's SF down. So as you can see, I'm at idle position. Every time I flip this switch, it goes to negative 100 position. It doesn't matter what the throttle hold does, it always override it to negative 100%. Next, we can set up the throttle servo travel. Make sure to select live update and enable throttle override. And then you can change the fully closed position by increasing or decreasing the motor off point. And make sure to also set the low throttle point to match the same point. And for the high point, you can slide the motor override slider to the max and adjust the high throttle point so that the carburetor is fully open. So one more time, at this position, the throttle should be fully closed. It should cut the motor off. And at this position, the throttle should be fully open. And then you can turn off the motor override and live update. Make sure to click save and reboot. So next, we can set up the throttle channel in Rotorflight so that it can recognize what we did on the transmitter. So first, we turn on Nitro, and then turn on function for the throttle type. This way, you can see that this is the current state. Throttle cut means off, and then throttle hold is idle, and then middle point is auto, and then high point is run. And then we can also set up the idle and auto throttle. So idle is your idle point. The engine should be really low. The clutch is not engaged. Usually it's around 15%. And then auto point can be a little bit higher so that you make sure that the motor don't cut off when you are doing auto rotation and you want to bail out. And usually I turn the spool downtime on Nitro to be 0 so that when you want to cut off the throttle, it goes directly to 0. There are some people who would like to use a direct throttle for bank 1. So as you can see on the right side, you can set up the throttle curve for a direct throttle control. If you want just, direct throttle, you can do 0, 25, 50, 75, and 100. And let's save. And to enable the direct throttle, we need to go to the modes page. There is a governor bypass. You can add a range. And for me, the bank mode is this one, and is reflected to channel 7. So at this point is my bank 1, and I want that to be on direct throttle. So you just select aux 2 for channel 7, and make sure at the bank 1 point the governor bypass is enabled. Here's a demonstration of what we did. So in order to arm the heli, we need to make sure throttle cut is on, flip the arm switch, and then the throttle servo should slowly go to the idle position. And if you're on bank 1, and we flip to run, we have direct throttle control. If you're on bank 2 or 3, on run position, this will go into governor mode, governor spool up. And then if we flip into the auto or idle position, it goes back to the corresponding output position. And then throttle cut, close the throttle all the way.